network. So whilst you're having a bit of fun, a bit of a giggle, remember, this is the real thing. People will be tuning to 5 Live to get commentary on the Commonwealth Games, one of the biggest events ever staged in the United Kingdom, and you are going to be part of that.
Which event will we be commentating on?
Track cycling.
Track cycling. What's that?
Track cycling is one of the most athletic sports that one could involve yourselves in, and also one of the most difficult to commentate on.
How many people are going to be listening to us, do you think?
Well, our reach is somewhere in the region of 6.5 million people.
What?
We've arranged for you to head off to Manchester to meet the Great British Squad, so you can learn more about the sport and more about the people involved.
We arrived at the National Cycling Centre in Manchester with instructions to find Ian Dyer, the sprint coach for the British track cycling team.
Have you seen track cycling before?
No.
So this is the first time inside a velodrome.
Yeah, well, what is a velodrome?
It's 250 metres, made out of Siberian pine, 42 degrees banking.
What, you mean you actually cycle along the walls?
How fast do the bikes go around the track?
Well, in the sprint events, you'll see these guys going over 70 kilometres an hour. No one will be quicker or more powerful than the riders you'll see in action today, and the riders that you'll commentate on at the Commonwealth Games.
Oh, so we'll be commentating in here?
So you'll be commentating here, probably in one of those little boxes at the top up there.
Right.
That's where you'll be.
Ian suggested we speak to Great Britain team members Andy Slater, Alwyn McMath and Chris Hoy to find out more about the sport and the event we'll be commentating on, the team sprint.
The first thing I'm going to say is, where's the brakes? No brakes. No brakes? No gears.
Well, what's going on with the back wheel? You've got no spokes at all.
You don't use brakes, you just slow your pedals down.
It's much more aerodynamic than a conventional wheel with spokes.
Is it?
Any top tips for the team sprint? Because we're going to be commentating on it. Familiarise yourself with the rules. That's the best thing, and then you can know what they're doing.
The 3 riders line up like this, if you like, 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
The inside guy does 1 lap and then peels off. That's his job done.
So like a lap for me would hopefully last about 18 seconds.
Oh,
Yeah.
what? Of one of these whole tracks?
From a standing start, yes.
Number 2 guy, then he goes through and does his lap and peels off.
And hopefully for the second guy, he'll complete his second lap in around about 13 seconds.
And the clock stops when the number 3 rider finishes his lap.
The third person, he's been sat behind 2 riders now, going absolutely flat out. And when they swing up, he's got to do it all again, so he has to do 3 laps. And it doesn't sound like very much, but when you're going flat out, it's a long way. Yeah. We'll finish 3 laps in hopefully around about 45 seconds.
It's a very fast event, it's over very quickly, and the differences between the teams are so small.
You know, the difference between gold and silver can be up to 1 or 2 hundredths
of a second.
So that's going to be difficult as a commentator, isn't it, to go, who's absolutely.
How long do you have to train before an event like the team sprint?
We train twice a day, 6 days a week. We have 1 day of taking it easy, but we'd still be out on our bikes riding, but just very light rides to aid recovery.
Just for 45 seconds of racing?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Of course, Commonwealth Games, we're divided up into our home nations, so England, Ireland, Scotland or Wales.
Okay.
And for me, it's Northern Ireland.
Because normally being on the same team, you're supporting each other, racing, helping each other, and suddenly I'm against the track wearing a different colour top, and it's going to be very strange. Have you fallen off before?
I've had a couple of scrapes, yeah, but generally, if you do as you're told, you'll be okay.
Do you fancy a go?
Well, is that all right? Are we allowed to?
Yeah. We'll get you on the bikes, we'll get you going round.
Do we have to wear lycra?
You'll have to wear lycra. It's the essential go faster kit.
Right.
Now we're not showing you any of that.
Right then, guys. First adventure out on the track.
Oh.
That's it.
Okay.
This feels like the first time we rode a horse.
Hello?
Trying to get your feet in the stirrups.
Yeah.
Straighten your foot out and push down now.
Am I in?
No, not yet. You'll hear a click. Push. There we go. We're away. He's away.
And he's off.
Right.
You're fine, you're fine. Wind up.
Where's Rich?
Come here.
There you are.
Okay, now.
Don't go crashing into the back of me.
Yeah, come on.
Relax and keep pedaling.
Come on, let's...
What? Faster?
Fine.
Laura.
Press hard.
Where are they going to crash into the back of you?
I am holding onto these handlebars
Onto the red.
so tightly. What are you doing down there?
Oh no, I'm scared.
Come on. Here?
Nervous moments there, nervous moments. Good stuff. Backward pressure on the pedals.
Here you go, mate, a little bit further. Yeah! Oh, big. Oh!
No one taught me how to come off, but it just kind of happened.
How did that feel, Alan? Did you get them up all right?
They put in a good effort. They were a bit scared.
Do you think we screamed like little
Yeah, they
girls?
made a lot of noise. At least we got them on the wood.
Hey.
We got them on the wood.
Got them
That's
on the
the main
wood.
thing.
So,
Well done, guys.
Oh,
Well,
man.
It's been good having you here. It's nice to see you.
Thank you very much.
And I wish you all the best for your commentary.
Thank you.
We were going to be competing against each other in this challenge, so it was back to Radio 5, where top sports commentator Simon Brotherton was going to train us.
Well, the good news for you is that the event that you're going to be doing is quite short, so you won't need to learn reams and reams about the people that are involved in it.
So what kind of information on the riders do you suggest that we give?
Just a few little facts to paint the picture for the listener about what this rider has achieved before and what they're hoping to achieve this time. The key really is remaining coherent. You're at the Dunkgrave Velodrome, it's the Olympic Games, and Jason Quealy is about to ride.
And he's third on, isn't he? No.
He's next on, and so are you.
Well, here we are. It's a very, very tense. Hang on a minute. You're not ever sit next to me.
Go. Only took. I got rid of my writing. Only took up track cycling 5 years ago.
Just getting fixed into the bike. You can see Jason Quealy. Oh no, I feel so ridiculous.
Not quite getting the
Jason
drama here at the
Quealy.
moment.
And there he goes. He's got a big push with his fixed gear.
He's coming up the first lap. No, he's not. He's coming off onto the first hilly bit.
Oh no. No. He's 5 seconds now. 5 seconds. Quicker.
He's from Preston. He's.
So when he's gone through the finish line, he's now 0.6 in front of Soren Lusenberg from Germany.
He used to be a water polo player.
The books are tipping Jason to be in for a possible bronze, but at the moment it's looking like he could be in for a gold. And he's coming to the finish line, and yes, he's got the gold and the new Olympic record.
And just to think, Jason Quealy, nearly 2 years ago, finished his career with a nasty splinter in his back. I mean, marks out of 10 so far.
You are sort of hovering around the 2 or 3, actually. Okay, so we'll have a look at the team sprint now. It's called the Olympic sprint. In the build-up to the race, all you've got to do is just pick out one really good line from each rider and say, this is a 3-time world champion, this is the world record holder. Right. And that gives the listener then the idea that, blimey, they're up against it.
Well, here we are back in the... Where are we?
The Olympic sprint involves 3 riders as a team.
Spit.
First rider, usually an in-and-out rider, as we can see here. That's Chris Hoy.
There's the French team. You'll be able to see Laurent Gaughan. That's the one in the red hat.
You said, oh, and you can see there the French are getting ready.
Oh, but they can't.
But they can't. They can't see anything.
Oh,
It's Arlen Turnham from France, the previous gold medal winner.
You've alluded to the fact that they've won something before, but the bottom line is you've actually been quite vague as to what it actually was.
And that's Arnaud Tourneau, wrong one. Laurent Gaughan.
When we come to do it in Manchester, you'll have to, if you're going to say something like that, you'll have to get it right.
It's the Australians who have now taken the lead. The Greeks have just got it. Lampros Philippoussis has a great ride there.
Don't start off circling around the ceiling, because when it comes to the last lap, you'll have nowhere to go, and it will take away the dramatic edge of what you're trying to do.
Ottonen is slightly behind Jason. He has to push even harder in this 3rd lap, the final lap.
You said that he was behind, when in fact he was ahead.
Is he going to beat 18.617? No, he's not. He's 0.1 second behind at the moment. Great Britain stand a good chance of winning this gold medal. It would be
I thought they improved a lot, and I think it was probably good that they improved a lot, because the first time that they did it, particularly Dom, it was hard to pick too much out of it, because he laughed all the way through it.
It looks like Britain is going to take home a gold medal. It's a victory now for Jason Quealy.
Yes, Australia just take it by 0.171 of a second as the home crowds go wild, and Australia take the bronze medal.
I think for a first day, I think there was a noticeable improvement, so there's definitely hope for the Commonwealth Games.
To get some practice in before the Commonwealth Games, we visited an amateur track meeting at Herne Hill in London to try out our new skills.
1934, 62.
Well, basically what we're doing, we're just getting all the different numbers of the different cyclists who are going to be taking part in the team sprint this afternoon or this evening, and we're going to try and remember them. There they are. Does that make any sense to you? Once we had the names and numbers, we took Simon's advice and found out a couple of facts about each of the riders. That was the slowest start that he could ever have had.
Already in the home straight, already in the back straight. Right, yours, Mr. Starler. Right, good.
And they're off. A very good start there for the Scrubbers.
Pearl Stephen and Kohler in the lead at the moment as the first the rider peels off.
Okay, now in the lead is Judith. There she goes.
Number 19, no, that's Goody there. And oh, here we go for the last push now.
Number 16. They're in the lead. Number 16, right? 16 isn't even on yet.
And it's a win for number 28, and that's Paul Churchill.
And it looks like the guys have won the race. Yep. The Scrubbers have won the race, but finishing off now, it's number 91, which is Chona. A fantastic race had by all. They wouldn't be clapping that if you were listening to the radio. I didn't learn anyone's name. I didn't know who was what colour. That was awful.
It's a nightmare. You can't see anything because it's so fast, but it's so far away. You can't see what numbers are in the lead, who is at the back.
I don't think I can do this one. This challenge, Rich is quite confident at all this, but I don't think I can do it. I'm getting so confused. We were going to broadcast live from the Commonwealth Games on Radio 5 Live's Nicky Campbell show, but clearly we had to get a lot better very quickly.
Here we are back in Manchester,
Right in the heart of the Commonwealth Games.
Look at the velodrome. Looks like changing rooms have been in.
Hello there.
Hi, good to see you again.
How you doing?
Hi again, Si.
Hi.
You right?
How's it all been going here over the past few days?
It's been really good, actually. The crowd have really got into the bike racing. Most of them here aren't cycling fans. They're just people who come out of interest, and I think they've had a good time.
We've been practicing and we've got loads of more notes. We've been watching it and listening to it on the radio, but we're still worried about how quick it is because it's only 45 seconds, isn't it?
It's very quick, and you can come into difficulties because it's so quick. Technically, it's not going to be difficult for you. We've got this computer, and as the race is going on, it updates you. There's a microphone there, headphones on, and that's it. You will hear Nicky Campbell's programme in your ears as though you were listening at home on headphones. And it's just that when he mentions your name and he goes to you, you just have to start talking. That's the only difference.
Will there be a good atmosphere here tomorrow morning?
It'll be great. I think it will be, and even for the qualification series of races, it's been more or less full. Brilliant. And that makes a big difference. It will help you. If there's a good crowd in here and a good atmosphere, hopefully you'll go along with the flow of that. But as you can see, it really is going to happen. We are at the Commonwealth Games now, so the serious work really starts now.
It's hitting home now.
Isn't it?
We're here.
It's got a big time feel about it, and it's time to step up now.
To help us gather our facts for the race, we caught up with Alwyn McMath at the Athletes' Village. On the way up to Manchester last night, I heard on the radio you had a bit of a nasty accident, should we say?
Yeah, well, that's the truth. I hit the deck pretty hard in my final race of the men's sprint. I'm not too bad, no bones broken.
No,
few scrapes. I'm a bit lost some skin.
Does that kind of accident put you out for a good few weeks now?
It could do, but I'm probably racing tonight.
Right, tonight?
So can you talk us through the team sprint on Friday?
Yeah, I'll be happy to have a chat with you about it.
Who's tip of the top?
Well, the big hitters are going to be Australia, England and Scotland. One of the Scottish riders crashed last night. And,
who's that?
A guy called Ross Edgar. Now, I understand he's going in third place in the team sprint. So that kind of thing could upset him a little bit.
I think my money's probably either on England or Australia. Sounds like they're
that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We headed back to the velodrome to learn our facts and see if we could catch up with the English and Scottish teams at their final practice sessions.
Andy, your bike looks a bit different to last time. Changed?
Yep, I'm very lucky to get hold of this one.
Is it faster, importantly?
It is. I mean, that should hopefully gain me about a tenth of a second.
Chris won the kilo gold for Scotland, and then Jason and Jamie got silver and bronze respectively. So over that slightly longer distance, home nations definitely have the edge.
So, Chris, well done. Yesterday was a bit of a triumphant day for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, to get the goal was just unbelievable.
How did it feel?
Oh, it's still not really sunk in yet. You know.
So not only the bike has changed, but the old...
Well, me and my teammate Jamie, we wanted to do something different for the games. Jamie won on Breakfast TV, the most patriotic athlete from the games. And it was my idea as well.
He's commentating on you in the qualification session.
Oh yeah, I've been sorting out, don't worry, don't worry.
What kind of time are you looking for tomorrow?
Maybe a 45.5, 45.6 would be reasonable, I think. Get the time.
Well, are you guys ready for it?
Yeah, we forgot about that.
Yeah.
I think so.
Over there.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Maybe I should be the most patriotic commentator. What do you reckon? Red down the middle.
I've got some dialect.
Have you?
really pushing.
The evening was spent with Simon in the commentary box, getting used to the atmosphere. And it was good to see, after his accident, Alwyn was back in action.
As Simon commentated, it was dawning on us that tomorrow we would be in the hot seat.
I'm in a right old panic this morning. This is a little bit more important than some of the challenges we've done because, well, it's the Commonwealth Games, isn't it? You know, it's not...
It's quite a big event. If we muck it up, you know, Radio 5 Live are not going to be happy people.
I think they have realised that they do need to take it seriously. And I'm glad they were at the track last night to have a look round and to get used to their surroundings. So it was a good sign that they were keen to get it right and keen to practice as much as possible. If you make a mistake on radio, everybody knows about it, and that will be the case today as well.
We were going to be commentating separately on England and Scotland's heats in the team sprint.
Nicky Campbell and his studio guests in London would be judging which one of us was the better commentator.
We're going to go live on Radio 5 Live in just a minute to talk to Nicky Campbell, whose show's on at the moment. Nicky Campbell from Watchdog.
It is Simon Brotherton. That's where I say hello to now, at the Velodrome. Hello, Simon.
Well, we're here with Dick and Dom from CBBC, and we're going to be commentating today, or they are going to be commentating, I should say, on the qualifying round of the men's team sprint. Dick is going to be commentating on England. How do you feel about it?
Nervous. If you could just see the panic on my face, Nicky. I've never done anything like this before. It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
And there's Dom here with me as well, who's commentating on Scotland.
Now, Nicky, I'm sure you're going to be interested on what I've got to say. Chris Hoy has done exceedingly well, hasn't he, for Scotland, winning a gold medal in the kilo, and hopefully they're going to be whipping England, but we'll have to wait and see. All right.
And we'll be the judges of who's best. It's 3 minutes to 11 o'clock. This is 5 Live.
Is there any way you can get closer to your mic or something? We can hardly hear you. A bit better, thanks.
Me balloon.
What?
Me balloon really bad.
Can't go. So we don't even know what the final lineup is going to be, yeah?
We know who's going to go out there.
So it's definitely going to be Marco Labrizzi, Chris Hoy and Ross Edgar?
Yeah. And I'm 99% certain that Hoy will go second.
I feel like just putting my microphone down and just walking away. No, you're right. Thank you. Ross Edgar is no. What?
No, it's not Scotland. Don't worry.
No, but is that the wrong way round?
Yeah, come to us now.
It's washed over me of absolute panic. There's absolute...
When the riders walk into the track, you can come to me if you want. And we have Scotland on the track with 30 seconds to go. Dom, commentating on Scotland, it's all yours. Bring it on.
Well, especially tough are these last three teams, Australia, England and now Scotland. A seriously competent team, Scotland, boasting new gold medal winner Chris Hoy, who beat Jason Queally in the kilo a few days ago. Racing with him is Marco Labrizzi, and also taking the last lap on his own is newcomer powerhouse Ross Edgar, just 19 years old. This should be an amazing race, all dressed smartly in blue, just 2 seconds to go. And they're off. There, it's a snap start. They're out of the gates, nice and clean. Here they go, with Marco Labrizzi taking the lead so far. Looks like they're falling into the place. Little bit of a rocky start there, but they're all together now. Their wheels are practically touching as they finish the back straight, and they're on the last piece of banking. Here we go, Labrizzi is going to be peeling off now, leaving Hoy, Chris Hoy, the gold medal winner. He is in the lead now, with Ross Edgar behind him. They're onto the back straight now. It's incredible time here. Scotland are really burning across this track onto the last banking. Here go, the bell is sounding. The atmosphere is electric here as Ross Edgar, the 19-year-old powerhouse, is sprinting along the back straight. Here he goes. It's absolutely incredible. The time is fantastic. Onto the last piece of banking now. How will Ross Edgar do? He is really like a flying Scotsman as he hits it at 46.149. It's the best time so far. Scotland really have done a good job. Nicky Campbell, you will be proud, I'm sure.
No, not bad. Like a flying Scotsman, you would have lost points for that. I liked burning across the... what was it?
I can't remember now. My brain was so much in the muddle
Burning across the track.
That was nice.
Burning, you like that?
What do you think of Dom there, then, Phil, before we hear Dick?
I thought it was reasonably competent, but my money's on Dick.
What did you think? What did you think, Barbara?
I thought it sounded very professional.
It did.
I was
Yeah.
taken with it and could visualise what he was describing.
Well, there we are. Praise indeed.
As the England squad lined up, the pressure was on to beat Scotland. and for me to try and hold myself together live on air.
It's England in the Commonwealth Games in the qualifying round of the team sprint. Dick with England, take it away, bring it on.
The time to beat is Scotland's 46.149. England have a challenge on their hands, but this team are full of strength, full of power. Andy Slater, the lead-off man. Jamie Staff, who won the bronze in the 1,000-metre time trial. And Jason Queally, who, of course, took gold in the kilo in the Sydney Olympics and came just behind Chris Hoy of Scotland to get the silver in the kilo a few days ago. The atmosphere is electric here in the velodrome. As they get off, they get out of the saddle. They've got away cleanly, pushing that bike side to side, getting on top of that big gear as they go round the first side of the banking into the home straight. England are really flying around the track here. The crowd are getting behind them as Andy Slater peels off and leaves it to Jamie Staff to really kick up the pace to try and beat Scotland's time of 46.149 seconds. They're coming through the back straight into the final curve. Jason Queally, the gold medal winner now, has to shave Scotland's time down. Can he do it? It's a big task. He's on that pursuiter's line, the black line of the track, the fastest line. He's flying round the back straight into the home straight right now, and Jason Queally has got a time of 45.192, beating Scotland by over a second. The England team are on form. The home crowd go wild. The velodrome is electric. Wow!
The ceiling, Nicky, to just try and catch him and bring him back down.
My goodness, he'd be taking helium.
My face was bright red then. It was nearly exploding.
I liked the peeling off bit. That was nice.
Good stuff.
Gold medal winner Queally. Well, he didn't. He won in Sydney, so there was a bit of confusion there.
Okay, yeah.
Very good, though. Tom, what did you think?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was very good the way he kept telling us the time they had to beat. So when we did get the time, we knew that England had come in first. But, you know, both of them are so excited. I don't even know what's going on in this race, and you can't help but getting excited about it.
Phil Hammond, Dick or Dom?
So, okay. Dick, I think he was great. I think he really put a lot of energy into it.
Okay, Tom Reed.
I'll go with the second one.
Dick?
Yeah.
Barbara?
Dick sort of took off with the cyclists, and he's, you know, flying. His voice was flying, so I'll go for him.
I got to go with Dick as well. But Dom was very good. So, Dick, well done.
Thank you very much. Yes, you can hear the crowd now. Dick has done it.
I think if you'd heard Dom on the first day when we tried to do it, I think you'd give him a lot of credit for the way that he commentated today, because I'm sure he would be the first to admit that he had a terrible time. So I think both of them have done an excellent job. Well done, guys. That was excellent. That was really good. Really good.
How did your commentary go?
Yeah, really well actually. Yeah,
Yeah?
quite surprising.
Well, first go commentating, it was better than any of our commentators actually have been doing it for years.
He came into this challenge not knowing anything about track cycling. We've come away from it absolutely buzzing. We love the sport. It's absolutely brilliant. We think, you know,
you've got two guys hooked on it from now on.
Brilliant. I don't think that either of you genuinely could have hoped to have commentated better than you did.
So, thanks a lot, Ian.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Well done, lads.